So you want to know how to make your own enamel pins, and I got you. Hey, my name is Iris, the Art Witch, and today I'm gonna show you how to make your own enamel pins from designing to manufacturing, and I hope I can help you out in this video. So why is it a good idea to invest in your own enamel pins? Especially as an artist, I think that having enamel pins is a good investment to make. First and foremost, people love enamel pins. This will not go out of style for some time. They're small, they're durable, and they look high quality. Also, it gives a lot of people a chance to be individualistic with them. For example, I sell neurodivergent pins, and people who are neurodivergent are buying my pins and add them to their backpacks or anywhere that they can like show off their neurodivergence. You can run with so many ideas with pin designs that people will just eat up. Another very beneficial thing is that enamel pins, having them in your inventory, it doesn't take a lot of space at all. It's not like having a stock of hoodies where you have to have the space for keeping as many hoodies. This is also a great point for starters, especially if you're a small business. You might not have the space to hold as many items, so enamel pins are great for that. Also, if you're smart with marketing, you can easily get the money back that you have spent on making the pins. So having explained all of this, I will go to the next step of the video, which is types of enamel pins. There are many types of pins which are all special on their own, but the two most popular ones are the soft and the hard enamel pins. But what's the difference between them? Hard enamel pins are in even position with the color and the metal, while the soft enamel pins have the metal rising above the colored part. So I got two of my own pins to show you as an example. As you can see, the metal is rising slightly above the colored part here. This is a soft enamel pin, and this is the hard enamel pin. The metal part and the colored part are very even. Another important difference is that with soft enamel pins, these are most likely always cheaper to produce than hard enamel pins. So the key difference is that hard enamel pins are in even position with the metal and the color part, while soft enamel pins have their differences in height from the metal and the color part, and thus it gives a slight 3D effect. So I would highly suggest to do your research, search for other pins, get inspired by them, and come up with a design that fits the idea of your pin that you want to create. And with this, let's go to the designing part. For designing my own enamel pins, I will be using Procreate, but I have also seen artists using Adobe Illustrator. In this tutorial, I will show you how I make this with Procreate, so let's get right into the next section.
So first you're gonna sketch out the design you want, and it doesn't have to be perfect at first. Here I drew a little duck. I will lower the opacity of it, and then I will create another layer and draw the clean version on top of it. Always make sure you use a separate layer so you don't accidentally draw on the same layer. And I like to use the monoline for this. After you're done with the outline, you can remove the part you used to sketch out the design. Also, it helps to give a different name to every layer that you use so you don't have a mess. Once you did that, you click the outline layer and then you use it as a reference. Create another layer for every color that you use in your design. So if you will be using yellow, for example in this design, you take one layer and another layer for the orange, and so on.
So now you're mostly done with the design. The next step is to get the design to a manufacturer. But how do you find the perfect manufacturer for you? In my case, I was searching for a manufacturer in my area. And this is good for many reasons. Firstly, it's better for the environment. And second, the shipping is always something that you have to keep in mind. Well, you might be thinking it's a good idea to search a manufacturer that makes them for as cheap as possible. Keep in mind that when you have your enamel pins shipped to you, that there will be additional costs that will come to you. Taxing costs, shipping costs, all that stuff is something that you have to keep in mind. There are a lot of manufacturers on Instagram or on Twitter. They're like everywhere. Once you post something about a pin and you put hashtag pin design or pin whatever, there will be so many manufacturers that will come to you and offer them their service. You can go either that route or you will search for your own manufacturer. I would just recommend Googling the nearest manufacturer to you. Once you've found a couple of manufacturers, I would just send them your design, ask them for an offer, and if you had something more special in mind with your design, ask them for the possibilities. These manufacturers will love to help you out. You are their potential customer, so don't be afraid, don't shy back from asking what you can do and what is possible and what size and all that. They will all help you with this. What I can also recommend is to ask them if they can send you a sample pin. In almost all cases, they will do that for free, so you are not losing anything on this. And the best part of it is that you can look how your pin will look like if you're content with it and if you want to order a large quantity of those pins. And really, in almost all cases, they will give you these sample pins for free. Once again, you are their potential customer. In my experience, it is enough to send them a PDF, or they will even take a PNG. And once you tell them the size, the quantities, and any other special information that they have to know about your pin, they will gladly send you an offer where you can read all the important information in what comes with this pin, how it's going to be manufactured in this and this amount of time. Look for yourself if that is something that you want, if you are comfortable giving the manufacturer your design to produce. Once that is said and done, then there will be the payment process and everything will be made. What is also important to know is, while they're manufacturing pins, it is very possible that some pins will look kind of off. There will be a couple pins that are not perfectly made and that have small production errors. What I think is best to do is to take those pins and then to sell them for a cheaper price as a B or C grade pin. A A grade pin is a perfect pin, no manufacturing errors. A B grade pin is a pin which has minor manufacturing errors, but they are not that visible. And C grades are where the errors in manufacturing are more visible to the eye. If you don't know what to do with them, now you know. And people love to buy B grade pins as well. That was my experience. Someone will always be happy to spend a little less because they can afford it better and still want to get some piece of your art. So, and another important part of a pin is not the pin itself, but its packaging. I designed a little backing card for myself, and here you can see my logo, here's my Etsy shop link, and on the back there will be all my socials. This is important because if you are selling your pins, especially at conventions and stuff, people want to know where they got their stuff from, so they can give you a follow or send you a picture of what they ordered at your place. And so that they don't forget where they bought their stuff from, it's important to always put your brand name on the packaging. And it also makes the pins look professional and cute. For designing my cards, I used Canva, and Canva is brilliant for those things. I'm such a huge fan of Canva in general. I'm not sponsored, though I wish. These are the size of a business card. I'll just take the business card template on Canva and then I design my own backing card. Then you can print them yourself, or you can outsource them as well and let them be printed for you. But I highly recommend putting a lot of effort into backing cards as well. And there you have them. Beautiful pins that you have designed yourself and that you can be proud of. And now go get them up, show them to the world, put them on your store, and let the people be amazed of what you do. As for the pricing of the pins, I would recommend to look through Etsy stores, artists and other shops that sell those kinds of pins and just compare what they are charging for their pins, and then you will have some idea of what you can charge for yours. So that's it for the video. If you have another question, please leave them in the comments down below. I will be happy to answer them. If you want to have more artist tips on how to sell something online and other art related kind of content, please subscribe to this channel. It would mean the world to me. And if you want to support me on my artist journey, I also have a Patreon. It is linked down below. You can support me with $1 a month, and here's a special shout out for the patrons that are supporting this video right here. With that, I will say goodbye and I see you next time. Bye.